Right. Welcome on in, pleasant folk. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Um, swap screens here. Here we go. Uh, we return for part two of the of the of the story sessions. Guess who's back? Oh wait, hold up. There we go. Now they should be able to hear you, Tank.
Now you can hear
I
me.
forgot to unmute the Discord part.
Classic.
Thank you, Church, for being first. If anyone says otherwise, well, I'll fight them.
Yeah, hello, thank you for being first. And hello,
Thank you for being
church. Hello,
first.
brother church.
Um, so yeah, we're here to give ourselves more brain damage. Apparently, we're apparently masochists, and we.
Yippee.
So for those of you who are coming in and don't know what this is a project I've been working on for geez, 11 years or so. I want to say 11 years. Called The Story. Yes, I'm sure it's a very publishable title, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But in short, it was a mess. It got cleaned up, but it is stagnated for the better part of 11 years now. And so I would you say I forced you into helping me fix this church or tank?
I don't think so. I was very intrigued by the idea of going through this and talking about it.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. We'll see how I feel after we're done talking about it.
Yeah. So if you want to know if you want to hear the first part of us reading the original rough draft of the story, and it is very rough. Oh man, it's so bad. It's so rough. It's so bad. So bad. A majority of your notes were just Marvel humor, wasn't it? But if you would like to see, like, hear us go through the first part of the OG story, you can find it on my YouTube channel. I think my YouTube channel is actually different than my main Twitch channel here. I don't really use my YouTube as much as I should probably.
Gotta upload stuff, man. Gotta upload some
Yeah,
stuff.
I do. I mean, I don't know the first thing about editing though, so
Yeah.
it's mainly been a sort of ramshackle repository for some of my VODs. But yeah, hopefully I'll see if I can get this whole thing to Tank, and he can maybe edit it to be less than like 5 hours.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that. We'll see.
Well, yeah, but we don't have that much of the OG story to go through.
Yeah, we have about a third.
Yeah, we've got like a third of it left. So this stream may be a little bit shorter, like on the shorter side. And so
Yeah, that 5 hours.
yeah. But yeah, we'll see how things end up. So, but do you want to try and give a summary of what happened previously? a lot. Uh,
a lot
a lot.
a lot of things that happened in sequential order
Hmm.
happened. Um, I yeah, what's the most recent recap like of the last few scenes so that we can ease our audience into it.
Hmm.
Um,
Um. Well. So we started out at the beginning, as all good stories do. Um. There are two characters named Oceanus and Hobbs. I think whoever is Oceanus should be pretty obvious. It's um and they get captured by a cult known as the Brotherhood for the Destruction, or well, in in the OG story, it is known as the Brotherhood of Dark Sorcerers. That is changed later to the Brotherhood for the Destruction of Sanctions, which is also a bit of a mouthful. Um,
yeah.
they get rescued by some people from Rome, uh, which is an insane
Basically.
statement.
Yeah.
Um, and so they're then handed off to a woman who's supposed to be protecting, or well, not a woman at this point. They're given to a man named Isaac, who um, who is supposed to be a protector for them. Basically, he's like oh, what is it? He's like a U.S. Marshal, basically.
Okay.
They go into witness protection essentially. Um, um, and then, which, as usual, witness protection in any sort of media never goes right. Um,
You can't. Otherwise, you don't have a
yeah,
story.
you don't have a story otherwise. So they they meet a man named Photon who like has like weird white magic. Okay, let me rephrase that. Weird white energy. Okay, that's even worse. Uh, weird, weird, weird magic that comes in the form of
Keep it there.
white energy. Uh,
Monster energy.
monster energy. Yeah. Um, but yeah. So they then get chased by some cultists, and they go to Atlantis, which Oceanus is the prince of. Atlantis in the OG story is kind of weird because it's supposed to be hidden, but Oceanus just freely tells Hobbs that he's the prince of Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is a very odd like wrinkle in the OG story. Long story short, they stay there for a bit. Atlantis gets attacked by a airship submarine, as it's written in the OG story. The airship submarine.
Yep.
They meet someone who used to be like a thorn in our side, in like a thorn in my former friends and I's side. Um, when we when we played on a Minecraft server. Um, complete revenge fantasy stuff.
Oh, 100%, dude.
Yeah.
It's there's a whole bunch of detail dedicated to the nature of this guy's death. Just describe like, wow, dude.
it's just like completely like edgy, like man I really hate this person. He's a total jerk. I'm gonna write part of the story where he just dies. Um the 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 airship submarine blows up. They get like launched. The party gets separated, as all good parties do. Every good party separates, as we all know.
Yes.
Um, nothing bad happens when the party gets separated, as any good D&D player knows. And when we left off, Photon and Isaac were on an actual airship that is, for some reason, called a frigate later on.
Yep.
We were talking a little bit about this before we started here, but man, it is a lot. There's a lot there. That is probably the most condensed I can make it. A lot
In
has
a
happened.
short amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably the most condensed version of events. Also, Hobbs, Oceanus, and Oceanus's sister Oceana, who's like kind of useless, but also kind of useful. I get it. It really depends on the scene, whether she's useful or not. They like land in Salvaterra, where Hobbs is from. Also, Hobbs I should note is a bipedal tiger. Yes, it is. Yes, it is just straight up Hobbs from Calvin Hobbes. And Oceanus is an Atlantean. Isaac is human. Photon is also human. There's some weirdness that goes on between like with Hobbs's homeland.
Oh yeah, that's
Like,
right. Yeah,
yeah, Kirby.
we heard that part.
We meet a like a Dustian, like a Heranon child named Kirby, who was like, a very that well-known and popular Hindi name Kirby, well known and applauded. Well known Indian, like Hindi name Kirby. No, it is not a no. Kirby is not a little pink. Hey, oh no, we're just chatting, Blossom. Also, welcome in, Blossom.
Indeed.
I hope you were doing well. Yeah, we Oceana will henceforth be referred to as Anna. Who wasn't who we thought they were. Who
I
is?
couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Was there?
Oh,
wasn't
he's
there like
talking
the
about
sabotage?
Isaac. He's talking.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's talking about Isaac. Yeah, Isaac's got like a weird character arc later on. Reading, like I was reading forward a little bit here, and he's got a whack character arc. Um, but yeah, I oh man, so we left off with Isaac and Photon waking up on a on a airship that is debated like an airship slash frigate slash some weird thing in the sky. Apparently, this is just the freaking Quinjet from freaking Avengers. Apparently, it's just the freaking Quinjet. Apparently, because like, oh geez, it's so whack. Um, but but yeah, it's whatever we needed to be exactly.
Yep,
But
as every good writer does.
yeah, every good writer. Um, and and really, like part of Photon's body is like burned away from the the explosion that he was literally right next to. How it didn't kill him, we don't know.
Reminds me of Black Widow. The very end,
uh,
what
um,
Yelena hitting the engine and just not dying.
but but yeah, and so we left off with Photon fainting from apparently shock. Um, apparently now he went into shock. Um, and and uh, and Isaac also blacking out apparently. After getting hit in the face by a giant automaton. It says here. Um,
I guess
so
we picked up
so
after
yeah,
these notes.
yeah. We so yeah, that is where we pick up from. Um, I yeah, man, this is just really wild. Um, yeah, I guess I could technically like censor these names, like the names of the people writing, but I mean, I don't know.
And like put it on screen. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm
Oh, you could do that pretty easily. Control F and like do a
yeah,
name replace.
um, but yeah. So so um, while I work on that really quick, do you have any questions? Here,
In,
take. Um,
initial questions about um
yeah,
sorry,
exactly.
what
It's
did you
like it's
I just
like, geez, where do we even start? Um,
I I don't have anything yet. I'm sure they'll come up as we go through these last few pages, but
mhm,
um it, they'll yeah, I'm I already see a couple in the next few paragraphs.
mhm.
So that'll be fun when we get to it.
Well, well, as we do this, I mean, you can go ahead um and like kind of name some things, like list some things off.
Mhm. Let's see. All right. So then, are we ready to begin the dramatic reading?
Hmm.
All right. So we are on currently on page 18 of 27, and that's where we're picking up after they got knocked out, and they're just now awakening on the ship. So let us begin. Photon awoke to his body suspended in some semi-gelatinous substance. It feels like Bacta, he thought as he floated there. He saw movement above him and noticed a tunnel just opened. So he swam up to it. Once he broke the surface of the substance, he dragged himself out and fell unconscious. Wait, what? Hold on.
Hmm.
Okay, Photon awoke. So he woke and then he got knocked out again.
Exactly.
The first paragraph. Oh my gosh. So is that just straight up just from or what is yeah, is that just from Star Wars straight up the Bacta?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right, all right, I just wanted to clarify, make sense of that. Okay. Woke up in in the tube, gets up, gets out, and then gets un I imagine like getting knocked unconscious again. Just
Yeah.
let's see. When next he woke up for the second time, he found Isaac sitting in a chair next to him, staring out a window. Photon tried to sit up, but found that to be difficult since he seemed slightly off balanced. Don't move too quickly now, Isaac cautioned him. You look horrible, by the way. Photon looked down at his body to find that it has a permanent red-like tint to it, and that his right arm was synthetic. I don't even know how to try.
Yeah.
Photon tried to ask, "Here, have a drink of this." I forgot. Isaac's British, right? It's
Yeah.
kind of a British kind of. Here, have a drink of this.
A drink of
Photon.
this.
Photon drank, and was warmed by the taste of some of his favorite sodas in mixture that would normally be thought of as disgusting, but in fact tasted quite delicious. Wait, how did Isaac know what Photon's favorite drink was?
Yeah, I genuinely don't know.
We've talked about this before stream on
Hmm.
the existence of a soda fountain on this airship. Just
Hmm.
it just exists. Like
Yeah,
okay.
it just freaking exists because of course it does. It I think there is like a weird bit of Pratchettness about this. Like, oh, of course it exists. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I've been reading Pratchett or listening to Pratchett lately. Uh, excellent author. Much better than whatever this is. Um, um,
Yeah, Blossom being Blossom in chat. Okay.
yeah. Photonics, I sick. Jeez.
Yeah, only the
Not
real
this again.
ones. The real fans, the real ship.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Photon drinks. Let's see. What happened? He asked, this time understandably. Well, Isaac replied, that's a bit of a long story. All right, somewhere nearby. In his Z-95 Headhunter, aka Panther, the Venture class frigate's commander is looking at the message on his heads-up display. Hooter, is this message legit? He asks his little droid companion. Beep boop beep. I already checked and it does seem to be. So I'm guessing the beep boop beep is translated as
Yes.
what this means
Hmm.
here. I already checked it and it
Yeah.
does seem to be. Okay. So that he just understand like he just understands the beeps or is it like transcribed somehow?
Yeah. I I
Okay.
guess okay, so you know how Anakin Skywalker can freaking understands. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
he speaks binary basically, just
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
which is a actual language in Star Wars that
Yeah.
some people understand, and that is like the little boops and beeps that R2 makes.
Yep,
They're
yep.
in binary.
That's what I would have assumed.
Mhm.
So, okay. Let's see. Well then, apparently things are moving faster than I anticipated. Hooter, set a course for the frigate. We've got some guests I need to see. Canderous ordered. All right. So, um, hold on. Are there two frigates?
See, this is the issue with them, because it's not entirely clear, is it?
Because it's described as Candace being the commander of the frigate, and then he's
Mhm.
saying set a course for a frigate, and that's just it. Like,
Yeah.
all right, mystery, intrigue. Let's see where this goes. A couple of days later, Photon and Isaac are brought to a section of the ship they hadn't yet seen. The doors in front of them opened up to a room with walls decorated with the skulls of many mythological, forgotten, and thought to be unkillable creatures. Standing next to the only window in the room was a giant of a man. Towering at 6 foot 4 inches, he wore a suit of heavy battle armor, with blasters strapped to his back and two rifles on his hips, and two cylinders attached to his legs. The man turned towards them. All right, we're gonna stop right there. Hold on. What are the two cylinders?
I I
It's a
like
cylinder.
I don't. Well, it clearly it's a cylinder with another cylinder inside of it. Then that he needs to carefully remove from the previous cylinder. Um,
It's a
I don't,
cylinder.
I don't know if anyone understands that joke, but
I only do because of Boss.
man, um, right, okay.
Yeah.
Let
So
me
it's just is.
let me get my let me see if I can get a browser source here.
You missed it. Do it again. What are we doing again?
Missed it. Do it again. Oh, jeez. Um. Okay. Let me get a. I guess this or a window capture maybe might be good to have
Yeah.
here. Oh, here we go.
So it's just two cylinders. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Just two cylinders exactly.
just is. Yeah.
Um. Wait, let me. Alt to. There we go. To trim that. Okay.
Yeah. You can do that and get all cut down.
There we go. Okay. So. Yeah.
You can trim the sides and
Yeah.
zoom it up a little.
Yeah. A little bit.
Beautiful. I'm behind the curtain.
Okay. So here we go. Here's the here's the doc. I have edited most of the names so that it is not a there is no doxing going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm able to zoom it in
Yeah.
here at all.
Um,
Um,
you can in the. Oh wait, hold on. This is. I mean, I guess you can just control plus that.
yeah. Um, oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. It's just a straight up zoom for that. Okay. Where are we at? Jeez.
We are
Uh,
on
oh, here we go.
page 20, and we are um, just after the description of a dude with big old battle armor and two
Here we go.
cylinders attached to his legs.
Actually, move my OBS over to the Stealthtank001 Prince fanfic when. Oh, jeez.
Oh boy. Uh, that threw me off. That threw me off for sure. Wasn't expecting that.
Okay. So hopefully this is a little bit more legible for those who are for those reading at home. Um.
You're harnessing your inner Tumblr. Yeah, you're doing your life is Tumblr moment right here.
Actually, put it behind us.
There we go. It
There we go.
looks very legible.
Okay. Are people able to read this and on the stream? Is my main question.
Yeah, let me pull up on my phone and see, because it
Yeah,
looks fine on
'cause
my computer, but we'll see if it looks good on a small screen. Let me hide the
actually,
chat.
uh,
Yeah, you can read it. You
trim
can
it.
read it even on your phone.
Okay. Okay, good. I'll actually just trim it here, so we're actually able to like read just
Okay, yeah, you
the
can probably blow it up even more,
page.
like since it's
Yeah,
behind us, you can blow it
probably.
up.
150. Actually, no. I think that actually gets slightly cut off. If I do 150.
And then retrim it again.
Yeah, right. There we go. There we go. That works.
That's wonderful.
So right. So yeah. Hey, we're actually able to read this now, and you guys can actually see it properly.
Yippee!
Uh,
There you go. There's your visuals.
you say yippee as your thing spins. It's so funny. Oh man.
I love
Yippee!
my spinny boy. Love my spinny boy.
Um. So yeah. Um. Yeah. I don't know what the two cylinders attached to his legs are actually. I mean, if I had to guess, they were like like uh some sort of storage thing.
A storage, really? Okay.
Like a cylinder of like ammo or whatever the frick, because this dude uses blasters and rifles. Church X Oceana.
She's shipping everybody. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
right.
You're like a theater kid. What are you?
I'm married to my wife. Also, I'm pretty sure Oceana isn't is like 13, so that's a little bit weird.
Oh wait, in this
also.
story. Oh yeah, in this story, that's illegal.
Church X's wife.
All right, that one I can get behind. That's a good ship. That's a good ship.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
But
I don't
yeah.
know. I guess the
So
first thing I imagine of the cylinders is like I don't know, a propulsion system or
yeah,
something.
I
If he's
don't.
wearing that kind of heavy armor.
Actually, that might have been what it was, and I just Prince X his wife. Oh man, I wish I had a wife.
Well, wait. I'll get that ship. We'll get that ship to happen.
Stealth X Dark Sour. I am unfortunately not
Stealth
married.
X
No. X
We're gonna do the
Blossom
Stealth
X
X
Shindo.
Banshee. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Dude,
Okay.
Blossom X.
We're getting off track.
We're getting on a tangent.
Shindo X chat. Ah, jeez. So yeah, like, and I don't know if anyone's kind of picked up on this. Canderous is definitely like based off of Canderous from Star Wars lore. So yeah, the X blind cool.
Yes, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Chet wants Shindo Blossom, bring him in. Oh boy.
I share the love. Church, it's literally it's fine. It's literally fine, Church.
But yeah, Canderous is Canderous is definitely like based off of a character who shares the same name from Star Wars, who's a Mandalorian. Like Like I don't know if it was obvious or anything by the fact he's like on a ship. He's got like a astromech droid or whatever the frick. You could just say you were inspired by Kingdom Hearts or crossovers. I mean, yeah, true. Uh, we this was sort of an amalgamation of a bunch of different like things we were all into, like Minecraft, Star Wars, Avengers, apparently. Yeah. Um, but yeah. So he goes on to say, "Hello again, Photon." Cantor said
Okay.
by way of greeting. If I recall correctly, last we saw each other, you had just with my girlfriend, your sister-in-law, on road trip she never came back from. I think you owe me an explanation before I decide to splatter what's left of your body in my quarters.
Hold on. What? Hold on, what's the English in the middle right there?
Yeah, I know.
You had just with my girlfriend, your sister-in-law, on road trip she never came back from. Thank you, Yoda. Oh my goodness, dude.
Oh, jeez, it's so weird. It's such a weird.
Just ha just had stroke I had. Just
Yeah,
stroke I
right.
have. Had stroke I just.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, I think
Man, Photon.
okay. This I think this was also this sort of broken English. He ambulance need call me. This sort of like weird broken English wasn't present in the original part of it, but I think just due to like weird editing. Hello, nurse, but it's hello, photon. Man, that's a really old reference, Blossom. Holy
There's a deep
frick.
cut right there.
That's a that's a that's like the deep lore. That's like the deep magic.
Inter Interesting.
Um and so basically what he was saying was Photon was with Candace's girlfriend, his sister-in-law, on a road trip she never came back from. And like he wants an explanation. Which we never freaking get at all.
Oh, oof.
I'm just gonna spoil it right now. Yeah, nah. It's we're never given an explanation. I think
That's kind of
I think I think even yeah even here in the editor's note, there's some drama about the inclusion of a feud between Photon and Canderous, and it was retconned in a later edit.
okay.
So
Because I
yeah.
mean, he's about to straight up just kill Photon
Yeah.
because. So, well,
So
oof.
you see what happened. Anyways, where's my soda? Exactly, Blossom.
Dude, Photon, if I remember, he's like the kind of dude who just makes enemies wherever he
Yeah,
goes. Like
he does. He's like a shonen protagonist who just makes enemies of everyone, no matter what.
everyone knows him and everyone hates him.
Hmm.
Just oh my goodness. All right. Well, I don't particularly have any questions
Oh
if
man.
nothing is gonna come of it. So
Yeah, I'm here. I don't like you. I don't care. Exactly. I don't like you. I don't care. Photon snarled. Canderous, he muttered. Isaac stood behind him and slowly pulled out a new bow that had been given to him by the AI while Photon had been in recovery. I like how it's just how that's explained there. Um
hmm wait, hold on. If hold on. If if Canderous has like has a hostile relationship with Photon, why give Isaac, who is partied with Photon, a brand new bow without even knowing like why
Well,
they're even there? He's
well,
about ready
well,
to kill.
literally look at the next line. There, Stealth.
Okay, let's see. The man laughed cruelly. So we're clear on the deal of what will happen to him. He looked to Isaac. Oh, okay, okay. All right. I'm still surprised he'd give him the bow before making
Yeah,
the
like
agreement.
I don't know. Oh,
So that helps a little bit. That helps
it
a little
is
bit.
it does help a little bit.
Okay. Let's see. Isaac growled and grit his teeth. I'll do no such thing to my friends, sir, he yelled. Not even for a seat on the Council of the Red Dragons. Andrus,
Again. This theme. Yeah, he's funny when he's speed. It's funny when he's speed. It's so funny. Um, but um, but again, this dragon theme that was very prevalent in the story in the OG story comes up yet again. Um, it is like this prevalent theme of like the dragons and the red dragons doesn't
mhm,
it doesn't come up in the edited version of the story. The red dragons actually became like a monster hunting organization um that are made up mainly, well, exclusively of male monster hunters on Zorus. Justice for the blue dragons. Oh yeah, she. She's got the blanky emote. Yeah, she does.
you
That's
got
fun.
Blanky
She
emote.
got blanky. Um, Shindo Raid. Justice for the blue dragons. And again, like the topic of dragons is a weird one in the world of Zorus, which is where this which is where the story takes place. It takes place on the planet of Zorus, um, like uh, many light years away from Earth and everything. Like this is a out of time area from our known timeline.
Mhm.
um, but yeah, like uh, again, there I'm hesitant to elaborate on the dragon theme in the current iteration of Zorus and the story because I, I don't know, dragons have been done to death um like a lot in media, and I'm sorry, but the best view of them is from Tolkien, and like that's Tolkien and Warhammer Fantasy, which kind of just takes a bunch of stuff from Tolkien. But
Mhm.
like I don't know, Tolkien did dragons very well. Um,
Smaug is wonderful.
yeah, Smaug and oh gosh, who's like the father of all dragons?
Oh,
Glamdrong.
I know who you're talking about, but I
Glamdrong.
don't remember his name.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Um, let me look here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, Glaurung.
Glaurung, not
Glaurung.
Glaudrong. Glaurung. Yeah, he's he like he's like the father of all dragons. and so yeah, it like I'm hesitant to put dragons in the story because I don't know. I'm not sure if I can make them interesting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It because dragons have been done by obviously Dungeons and Dragons. They're in Pathfinder, they're in Warhammer Fantasy and everything. Um, jeez. Um, but yeah, it doesn't like it. I think if they did exist, they would have to be like they would have to be like Tolkien's dragons, where they're still where they're mentioned, and like there's at least a few that do show up, but otherwise you don't really see them that much
Mm-hmm.
because in the film adaptation of The Hobbit, is it Thranduil? Um, he talks about like fighting how he's fought the fire drakes of the north, and you know there's that very poignant scene of him like uh of him like revealing his damaged face beyond like uh that he hides behind like you know elvish magic or whatever. um and that like they're mentioned, and you see Smaug and you see Glaurung, um but but you don't really see much of dragons in Lord of the Rings. They're talked about, but they're not really shown all that much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know like I don't claim to be like a Tolkien historian or anything like that. Um but I don't know that there is like any further mentions of dragons in Lord of the Rings past those two. Um like like they exist, sure, but I don't know that Tolkien actually like I don't know from my limited knowledge of his that song was called Bathtub Vibes. Oh boy. Um but yeah, I don't know. I'd have to do more research into Tolkien's works for that.
Yeah, same.
But again, I hazard to include dragons in the story because I don't know like how I would make them interesting is the problem. Um
Mm-hmm.
because dragons are like a staple of fantasy, and I would like to have them in, but I just don't know how to properly like implement them.
I think you'd have to like really
Hmm.
restrict yourself
Yeah.
and leave them very mysterious because
Hmm.
I think one
Yeah.
thing that from comparing like The Hobbit to
Hmm.
other forms
Yeah.
of fantasy, um, you don't even see the dragon for a good long time.
Hmm.
He's being built
Yeah.
up by these other characters without even being met yet. Whereas I find in other fantasy media, you just see dragons immediately,
Hmm.
and you're like, oh, okay, the mystique and the kind of gravitas that they carry is just kind of worn off. Like
Hmm.
Smaug, like I imagine, man, he's got like a presence. He's a big
Hmm.
bad, and that's what this whole movie. You're going to the mountain, and then other fantasies like, oh, it's you're riding a dragon. Oh, okay, just cool.
Hmm. But and like we don't really get any um any sort of, at least I don't think there's given any further uh um I don't know if there's any further stuff given towards the existence of the Council of the Red Dragons at all. Because again, the original concept for the Red Dragons was kind of scrapped and changed to be something else. So, I mean, it like I don't think we get I don't think we get any excuse me, further um like explanation on these guys. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, I'll I'll continue reading here. Candace looked up at him with eyes cold and steely, then pulled out a small gray metal orb with a button on it. You give me the Avalanite, I'll disarm this thermal detonator. He pushed in the button on the orb, and it began to light up and beep rapidly. Otherwise, the tall cyborg clunked around as he paced back and forth. I'll have no choice but to kill you and the rest of your little party, and take this bantha fodder off your hands without any negotiations. He examined the detonator with care, spinning it around and making sure it was perfect for the job. Okay, what would he? Why would he do that after he's like already armed it?
Yeah.
Why would he be inspecting it to make sure it's working after he arms it?
Oh my gosh, there's about to be a big bit of convenience that's gonna happen
Mm-hmm.
in the next sentence.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And dude, it's the enemy setting up his own failure, literally.
Oh man. Oh boy.
I think the spinning reactive is good for retention. That's what
Yeah, it is.
it's helping the autism.
hmm Um, Isaac bit his lip and pulled an arrow from his quiver and shot at the orb, knocking it to the floor and disarming it. Just conveniently disarmed it. I said
Dude,
no.
he had to
Insisted.
with the bow that was
Yeah,
given to him by Canderous.
Photon
Like-
snapped out of his little spacing out moment and charged up his powers, firing them at Canderous and knocking him down, hitting him square in the face. Run! Isaac shouted, sprinting out and down the halls to the escape pods. Photon followed, shooting automatons that got in their way. Canderous chased them, but was still suffering from temporary blindness from Photon's blast of energy. Like, spinning a detonator like a fidget toy. Exactly, Lawson. He slammed into a few door frames and then tripped on some of the disabled automatons, falling on his face and making a large dent in the metal floor. Hooter! He yelled. Get them! The gray and gold astromech droid whizzed by, beeping and booping.
That
Oh boy.
that does feel like, all right. You're right. You're right about like the Marvel humor thing going to be coming back. I feel like I would see that in a Marvel movie. Like it may not be the quote, but the actual scenario of kind of mocking the at least at this point we don't know whether he's a friend or a foe. Like,
Mhm.
you assume him to be a foe.
Yeah.
So uh you immediately kind of take the wind out of his sails and make him seem like
Yeah.
a clown, like an actual clown.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't take him seriously. He's
Yeah.
blind and he trips and he falls.
He falls on some random robots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Isaac and Photon had gotten to the escape pods, and Photon just was just was just lugging. What? Wait. Like
What is he lugging?
lugging his now heavy exterior into the pod
What?
when the droid
What's an
found them
exterior?
and sent a jolt of pure electricity into Photon. Okay, well, pure electricity is like deadly, so he
I
has
mean,
trouble
depends.
walking. He's disabled. This story is ableist.
Where's the guy in the wheelchair? We can't have a story
Exactly.
unless
We
there's a
need
guy in the wheelchair.
we need a token wheelchair user in here.
Oh my gosh. Well, if it's low amp electricity, kind of like a Tesla coil,
Yeah.
or the this one on the safer side, the big ones can they can
Hmm.
do some damage, but yeah, it all depends on your
Yeah.
voltage, your amperage, and the duration of exposure. But I imagine a pure electricity bolt from this automaton is not so friendly.
Yeah.
So I think Photon his heart is just not working anymore.
Yeah. Photon screamed in pain. Ugh! He said as he slowly began to black out again. Isaac,
Third time blacking out.
yeah, right. Like Photon's just having a hard freaking day, dude.
So we could count now how many times he's been blacked out.
Yeah. Photon, stop blacking out. It's not time to sleep. Exactly. And I also like how, you know, like Photon's a so Photon got like a freaking um like a freaking like new half of his body. He's
Yeah.
like part cyborg now. He's a cyborg now. He and now he like no like he was used to it like right away, and now he's like having to lug his form around.
Oh,
Um,
I just realized, why would they even give him a new arm if they were about to kill him with a thermal detonator
exactly.
that would ruin the arm?
Now entering
Uh,
sleep mode. Oh boy.
Boy,
Um,
that Bacta was filled with NyQuil.
it's filled with the NyQuil, back to tank.
Yep.
NyQuilta, if you will.
The NyQuil.
or Bactwol, if you will.
Bactwell.
Um, yeah, and apparently Isaac's also just strong enough to like shove Photon into the escape pod, even though Photon's like part machine now and is apparently really heavy.
That's good. Yeah.
And
And
and just as the droid was in the doorway that separated it from the rest of the ship, he pushed the button that closed the doors. They slammed shut, cutting the astromech down the middle and into a crumpled metal mess. And, you know, it... Okay, okay. He... okay, okay. Photon began to black out again. Right here, he began to black out again. Right here. He starts to black out like a fifth time.
dude,
He was
yeah.
already blacking out. What's going on?
Battery's low.
Don't talk about how heavy he is. He's sensitive. Oh man. uh, so we get we return to freaking like Salvatera, with Oceana, Hobbs, and apparently Hobbs's wife for some reason. Um, Anna, please.
Mm. Mm.
Um, yeah, I don't know what I was doing with these names. Uh, they're just stupid. These are stupid names for
Yeah,
tigers.
I mm,
Well,
Claudia and Striptia.
and Stripita, I think,
Stripia.
or Stripita, I think. I don't know. Hobbs takes Hobbs' way. Uh, but yeah. And like okay, so this is after they get their names the teen writer would use exactly. Like this was back in 2013, so gosh, how old would I have been back then?
However long 11 years ago is.
2024 minus 13. Yeah, I would have been like um well actually no. That's not a great let's do 2013 minus 99. Yeah, I would have been like 14 when we were writing this. So yeah, yeah, uh,
Mm.
yeah. This is just pure teen writing cringe. Um, um. So yeah. This is after, and also there's just Hobbs Jr. because of course there is. Of course there's a freaking Hobbs Jr. Um. Kirby was introduced as like a shaman character last time. Um, he's not a Tigris. Who who as I explained before are they're like bipedal tigers. Very furry esque. I know. Um, they they do not, however, engage in quadrobics. So, um,
They weren't feeling their alter human.
yeah, they weren't feeling their like kin, their like uh other kin
Yeah, the
thing
other kin
here.
and alter human.
Literally furry.
He's literally a furry. Like actually a furry.
Genuinely a furry. Um, but so um yeah, Kirby is like a Haranom who which they're they're humanoids that live underground in the desert of Adestia. They they literally live underground because the surface is too hot. It's too hot for Star Wars, now Final Fantasy. I mean, I wasn't aware that there was that sort of thing on the in um in Final Fantasy, honestly. Um, so so you know we like we get some exposition about like Oceanus telling Kirby about what happened so far. And so Kirby goes over to a corner, to a like wicker chest he has, and then like he brings something out that shocks everyone there. Not literally. Um just figuratively shocks them. And because someone literally got shocked. Not even like literally in the first part of this. um so yeah. It is wild. This is a wild um this is wild. do, do you are you still with us, Tank? Oh no. I think Tank might be dead. Oh no. Oh, he got up to use the restroom. Okay. So yeah, like I don't know. It's like, man, this whole thing is this like, ah, man. Oh hey, looky there. That's a great song for this stream.
Atlantis.
Atlantis. Might actually add that one to my wish there was a better way of finding. Add that one to my stream songs playlist. Um, but yeah. So we get so we get we get we're taking back on board the Unigriff, which is Canderus's like flagship, I guess.
Is this the first time it's mentioned?
I believe so. Actually, I believe this is the I believe this is the like the first time the Unigriff is mentioned. So the Unigriff is very much based on like the Gothic, like the Battlefleet Gothic ships of 40K, where all of the Imperium's ships look like they've got the Gothic sort of architecture all around them.
Okay.
And so it is very heavily influenced by like 40K. I don't think we I don't think we actually gave like a great description of it here. I don't even think it got a description.
No, because that's what I was asking. Like, anyone else who's reading this would have no idea what the Unigriff
what the Unigriff was. I mean, it's obviously a ship because it says back on board the Unigriff.
Yeah.
Apparently, Griff is like an AI on the ship.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. Basically, this short passage here is like, oh yeah, like follow them. Also, we'll probably be able to beat them to the village over in Salvatera, and you know we'll also inform Kirby we're coming, because apparently Kirby just knows like Canderous apparently.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh man. Um, but yeah. Um, yeah, man. It was it was now that this is an interesting thing. Um, because Hobbes, like there is that very famous image of from Calvin Hobbes of Hobbes with his like trademark red scarf. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
and Hobbes in the story also has a red scarf. He also has some other clothes that he wears. Um, he's not just going full Pooh Bear out here.
You could show the concept art, I suppose.
Oh yeah, I could actually. Let me
I can read it
um
while you go do that.
yeah, let me pull that up here. Um
Okay. So, Oceanus noticed that Hobbs was wearing a large red scarf around his neck. I see you got your beloved scarf back, Kirby said. Almost, I would say, almost he knew what Oceanus was thinking.
yeah,
Almost like he knew what Oceanus was thinking. He should be more careful of that. He should be more careful of that in the future.
yeah, I don't know what that one was.
What does that? What is that
I
alluding
don't I
to?
don't know. Um so here is the art of Hobbes. Um Here's what Hobbes looks like in the story. Um this art was all done by my former friend Joe. Um and here's what Kirby looks like. Somewhat based on an image of our of another friend. Here's what here's like a really rough sketch of what Kirby looks like. Um
They got that hat on. You got like one of those,
yeah.
the animal hat.
Yeah, one of those. Um and here's what Photon looks like after he gets his like metal arm or whatever. I don't know. Is there like a full? Oh, there is a full color image here. So yeah, this is what Hobbs looks like in the story. Like this is his like outfit.
Hmm.
Um, and then there's also some other um like here's like a very rough sketch of like what Oceana's um outfit looks like. Here's like a face concept for her. Um, and then there's like a bunch of the here's like my old profile picture that I use for everything. Um, here's an old version of um of Oceanus as he like some art of him that was done by Joe as well. Another I think I gave you this one as like part of the reference materials for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
art
yeah,
you did.
yeah.
So I should really put that art in this art folder if that's fine with you.
That's fine.
Okay. Um but yeah, so yeah, so yeah. He is wearing other clothes. It's just like there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on with that. Um Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just buying time while
Mhm.
you were looking for it. So I guess now I know what he should be more careful of that in the future because he's alluding to what he's about to say here. Um, oh, don't worry, child of the sea. My powers only allow me to see vague images of what people are thinking, nothing more. I'm guessing there's supposed to be in a quotation mark
Mhm.
after that.
Yeah, there is.
Oceanus just stared at him wide-eyed. Because I mean, it feels like I don't know whoever's writing this is writing their own perception into the story by saying he should be more careful of that in the future. Much more of a telling rather than a showing,
Mhm.
like almost like a little wink and a nod, which is I'm assuming that's not what you wanted to do,
Mm,
but um, let's see. Man, that's interesting power. Oceanus just stared at him, wide-eyed. Anyway, Hobbs said, eager to change the subject. My father gave me this scarf as a gift when I was just a cub. It has magical properties that allow it to shapeshift into anything made of red fabric. To demonstrate, he took it off his neck and held it in his palm. Then, to Oceanus's amazement, the scarf transformed into a floating mass of red yarn. Then the yarn started to assemble itself into another shape. It started to weave itself into a red sweater, and then back to a scarf, which Hobbs put back around his neck. Just then, the boat stopped. We are now far enough away for the negative energy to be dispelled in the water. Wait, when did this happen? When was it? When did the negative energy occur in the water? Like,
I,
uh,
like, I, well, I think what was being implied was they went out into the water to do like this weird dark magic thing.
okay. Let's see. You see, water has special magical properties that make it counteract dark magic. This makes it invaluable for safety, as the dark magics are very unpredictable and dangerous, Kirby explained. Then he opened the portal into space and time. When the group stepped through, they found themselves in a snowy landscape with a large cliff looming in front of them. On top of it, there was a large castle with turrets and bridges crossing it. That's not right, Kirby said. According to my sources, the BDS stronghold is in a desert. Wait a minute, I remember this. Isaac Isaac showed me a painting Isaac showed me a painting of it. It's where he grew up, but that can't be. The castle was destroyed decades ago, Hobbs said. The portal is a rift in space and time, Kirby said. We are in Isaac's past.
Yeah. So you know how I told you some time travel shenanigans happens? Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is where that happens. And it is just as bad as the rest of the story. The OG story.
Dude, this sounds so broken. Hold. Let me see.
Like I, I
Okay.
don't I don't know I don't know why it my question is why did it exclusively go to Isaac's past?
That's a very good
Yeah.
question.
like there's not really a good reason for it to go to his past because Isaac's
Does
not
Kirby
there.
I say does Kirby even know who Isaac is?
I don't know.
Cuz uh okay, no, that is interesting. That's a good question.
Hmm.
Anyway, I don't know if there's any answer we can give to that.
Yeah, there there's there's really not.
It just does. It do be doing the thing.
And this is where the excuse me. this is where the nation of Snowcastle is brought into play. Snowcastle in the current um, in the current uh, iteration of the story, I'll say. I think iteration is the word I was looking for. The current iteration of the story, it is where um, the the totally not elves live, the Duin. Um, the Duin live there. There are two separate types of Duin. There's the Snow Duin who live to the north, and then there's the Southern Duin who live, well, in the south.
Yeah.
Um, and Snow Castle is a very it's sort of like a Viking sort of area. Like it's very snowy, very cold, very hard living. Um, and this is where Snow Castle first started to be developed. Um, it was not developed very well.
Well, let us see where it takes us.
Yeah.
Oceanus shivered in the cold blizzard, and Oceana clinged to him as well for warmth. What do you mean? Oceana asked, her teeth chattering. Kirby cleared his throat. Essentially, what I've done is open up a rift in time, which put us here somehow. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Oceanus shuddered from the cold again. Can we at least get somewhere warm? He said flatly. Would it be saying it flatly if he was expressing it in a kind of jittering moat kind of tone? I don't know. Just uh, Hobbs opened his mouth, but then remembered that the sea dwellers were able to keep themselves from freezing in the chilly wind, unlike he and Kirby. He offered the scarf to them, and they gladly accepted it. Oceanus holding Oceana close to him inside of the now large blanket it had created. Kirby nodded. Let's see if there's a way inside the castle, he said, starting down the hillside. All right. They eventually came to the large spruce wood doors of the castle. Oceanus and Oceana itching to get inside, and it was very obvious the cold was taking its toll on them. Why are we just now getting here? Oceanus exclaimed, his skin pale and his cheeks rosy. Oceana nodded. Yeah, what's been the holdup? She cried, obviously not too happy. Hobbs looked at Kirby. They need to get inside, he said. They're getting antsy. Kirby sighed. Well, if there was a guard at the top of the ramparts, we wouldn't be having the problem. Suddenly, the doors of the castle opened a little, and the silhouette of a small creature came out. It's Scottish accent.
Do you would you like me to voice this?
If you'd like
Voice
to,
this
yeah,
guy?
go ahead.
Hey! Why are you screaming your bloody heads off?
He said in a rough Scottish accent. Kirby was surprised at this and straightened up. Well, you see, sir, we have two friends that aren't well accustomed to the cold weather, and we need a place for them to get warm. You couldn't possibly be able to help us, would you? The creature stroked his long and bushy white beard.
I might be able to help you.
He mused.
Come on in, we'll see what we can do.
He motioned them inside, and the group followed him. Inside the walls was a small village surrounding the castle, with people bundled up in warm clothing, buying things from stalls and in the marketplace, children running throughout the streets, throwing snowballs at one another and building snowmen and snowwomen. The group followed the creature through the throng of citizens towards the castle itself. going up to the large, cracked stone staircase leading up to yet another set of dark wooden doors. The creature knocked on the door, and they opened.
Here.
He called, and the party was greeted with a warmth through the air of the palace. Oceanus and Oceana brightened up, shedding the blanket and returning it to Hobbs. Let me see. All right, let's go over what we've
Yeah.
what we've just gone through.
So I do want to posit here. This weird little creature is actually a dwarg.
Okay.
And yet, and yes, the inclusion of snow women is good. For like I don't know why we thought we needed to include that. I guess we thought snowmen wasn't all encompassing.
Which I'm surprised I didn't even catch that on my first read through. I was just reading the thing, man. And I was thinking about like some of the other points. I didn't even catch that. That's a very good point. Like,
but yeah, so this weird little creature is actually one of the dwerg. It's not explicitly stated that he is a dwerg, because I don't think we had really developed them as much as we have now. Like the dwerg for those who are unaware or who I haven't explained to, the dwerg are basically the Zorus version of dwarves, but they're also mixed with like tieflings. They're like demon dwarves. They were created by the goddess Nathara, who I believe I showed the art that Joe did of her.
yeah.
They this one I believe I did write some lore for him. His name I don't know if it's like said his name in this. Yeah, no, his name isn't oh no, his name is mentioned.
Yeah, it looks like it is a bit down.
Yeah. His name is Horan Vergoli. The naming sequence of the dwerg has been a point of contention for me, because it's like I want to have like some names for them that are sort of like really harsh and like kind of owing to their sort of demonic heritage, but also I want to keep like that dwarven sort of influence there too.
Yeah.
So his name is a little bit weird.
Okay.
And I don't think the king is even named either, but I think we did name. I think I did name him when I wrote like a little lore snippet for Horan.
Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Let us continue. Hobbs let the warm atmosphere hold him in its embrace, noting that Kirby was doing it as well. He looked around and saw the symbol he recognized from Hannah's shoulder. Who is Hannah?
If you go back to the very like start, I need to make sure I don't go too far up, because because
Yeah, yeah,
there is some identifiable information.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some like these other names aren't really like identifiable information. So I didn't edit these other names. Oh no, wait, it's further down, isn't it? Gosh, where the heck even is it?
I don't remember. I don't remember seeing it. Well, let me Control F. Dude,
Yeah,
that's the only place where it's mentioned.
is it?
Hannah's the only. Yep, I Control F it,
Oh,
and it's literally there's only one instance of it, and it's right here.
oh, I
Hannah has
think.
never been mentioned.
Well, hang on. Let me look here. Um, oh geez. So let's go with frick. Um, shoulder. Yeah, what the frick? There's some continuity here um that is not what? Okay. Um,
Yeah, that's the only mentioning of it.
yeah, no. I think I think what happened was we had changed Chanel's name to Hannah in later edited versions of the story. Um if you don't remember, Chanel was
Yeah, I remember Chanel.
yeah.
She was mentioned at the very beginning.
Yeah. The like the very start. I think there is a Hannah, well, there was a Hannah in the story. She has now been renamed to Anna. She's actually the um the uh the emperor's daughter in Lupia in the current iteration of the story.
Okay.
So there was a Hannah at one point. She's since been renamed to um to to Anna because that was a much more Greek sounding name than Hannah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, now we know.
Yeah, that is like I said, there's sweeping continuity errors and everything in this, so like some sweeping continuity errors.
And from the ships that had attacked the once great city under the waves, the red dragon, he whispered, the words tasting like poison on his tongue. Kirby saw the banners with the same symbol on them and scowled. Oceanus just looked ahead, as did Oceana, not wanting to dare lay eyes on the insignia. The small man led them to a large room, where a young man stood before the king, talking with him in a hushed voice. Hobbs pointed. Isaac! Exclaimed, and the young man turned around, looking at him as if he were mental. I am not this Isaac you speak of, Tiger. The man said the last word with a hint of disgust, looking at Hobbs with a contemptible, and then turned to the king and bowed to him, bidding him farewell and leaving the throne room. The small man walked up to the king, bowing. My lord, he said. The king nodded. Yes, Horun, he asked. Horun lifted his head. I found these four
Yeah,
outside in the
right.
blizzard.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
like like notice here all pretense of all like notes of him speaking in a Scottish accent are just dropped entirely.
I'd build these forehead side in a blizzard. Yeah, that's true. It's just
What
absolutely
would be the
normal.
best way to dealing with him, sir?
The king thought for a few minutes, looking them over from his throne. Then he said, "Show both pairs to a room. Tigers of Selvaterra first, children of water second." Okay. Upon arriving at the village of Selvaterra, Canderous flew Hammerhead to the down to the clearing near Kirby's home.
I'm
As he
I'm
climbed,
I'm guessing the like Hammerhead is the name of his ship of
uh,
this like ship he was flying.
with a different one than the other one that was named, than the
Yeah,
frigate.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Canderous's arsenal is apparently wide and vast. Um,
He's got many cylinders.
he has many cylinders, and not all of them are firing. Apparently.
No. Apparently
Also,
not. No.
also, I just realized who Taylor is supposed to be. He's supposed to be Hobbs's mate, who was named something entirely different
Earlier in the story.
earlier in the story, like Tigraria or something.
That's that's
Another
right.
another sweeping continuity error.
Because yeah, I'm like again. I think that's the first time this name has been mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing here? She inquired. I have some business with Kirby, he replied, as he began walking towards Kirby's house. Good luck with that, Tally said. He left with a group of adventurous looking individuals a couple days ago. Do you know where they went? Not a clue. They went out to sea in one of our few rafts, and then they disappeared into some vortex. What color was this vortex? Canderous asked with a sharp edge to his voice. Red and purple. Why? All of the color drained from Canderous's face. Oh no. He told me he'd never use that after what happened. Acquired it.
Okay, also this is never like we're getting near to the end of the story, but
We are.
like the OG story, but like this is this part is like this part is never elaborated on. It's just dropped and then it's never expanded upon at all.
Mm.
Um, like like there's no like clearly something bad happened
Yeah.
and Kirby just decided to use it again after he told Canderous he would never use it.
Okay. Like there's potential here. Like I can
Uh-huh.
see where the writing and mystery can be built up, and
Mm-hmm.
you can leave it to the audience for a time wondering what is this thing that happened, and it would be a very effective like retention
Mm-hmm.
device.
Yeah.
But you say it never gets explained again, and it's just oh okay. It's also very nice that that Tali or whatever her name was previously
It
could
Taylor.
see the vortex, that they didn't go far enough. They didn't go that far out on
Yeah.
the route.
It's also highly convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibly convenient.
I
And
mean,
like
hmm
she it was clearly close enough to then that she could see all the colors of it.
hmm
Oh
So
jeez.
I'm just imagining that they went out like a couple feet from the shore.
Yeah.
It's like perfect. We're in enough water. Let's go. Let's do this thing. So that's just funny. This is my headcanon
Yeah.
now. All right. At this point, they were standing just outside the doors of Kirby's home, and Candaris turned and stormed into the main room, Tally trailing behind him. What are you looking for? Tally asked as Candaris began to scour the residence. One. Scour to search over thoroughly. Okay, yeah. That is correct. Nice. Something I left here the last time I visited, Candaris straightened, and turned to face Tally. Thank you for informing me about what happened. Uh, okay, so I guess it's not as warm. Thank you for informing me about what happened. Tally took the tone of his voice as meaning he would like to be left alone now. She nodded and left. Now, where is that pedestal? Candaris mumbled as he went back to searching for the lever that opened the portal to Kirby's underground laboratory. Oh, that's pretty neat.
Ah, jeez. It's so wild. Also, yeah, I don't think like there's no mention of Taylor like knowing Candaris at all. Like it's just assumed she does. Um and she's just like really cool with this dude in like some weird spaceship just coming down and being like, yeah, I need to be left alone now in the home of your like shaman or whatever. This is totally just normal.
Yeah.
This is a totally normal thing.
That's actually a really good point. Because I mean, even if like Talia assumed it to be like a threat or something, I
Mm,
mean, she probably wouldn't, be an aggressor of any sort.
hmm.
I would assume looking at Candaris, she'd be like, okay, I would need to go get help, so I'm just gonna play it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play along, leave, and then get help.
yeah.
Because,
But
it does seem like, oh,
no, she's just like, oh, okay, and she just leaves.
yeah, that's
She just leaves him.
just okay, yeah,
He just leaves him to his business.
you go do the thing. All right, I'm gonna head out.
I'm head out. It's like the freaking SpongeBob getting up. I'm
Yeah,
gonna head out.
All right, so Candaris does find the lever.
Mm.
Candaris entered the portal and was transported to the disheveled room that had once served as the Tiger Child's laboratory. Wait, was hold on. Whose laboratory is this? It's Kirby's.
This is Kirby's. Kirby was like adopted by some by by the Tigris after his like mom sent him down the river Moses style.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how she sent him down the river when she was literally on the other side of the world from Salvatera. Um, like
A very long river.
like then that basket must have been made out of like freaking steel or something. Cause like I'm sorry. A baby would not survive. A baby in a basket would not survive the ocean.
Oh, and especially how long that travel would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Starves, dehydrates before getting anywhere.
like 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 yeah. Again, there's some like, oh yeah, clearly like his mom just dropped him off one day or whatever energy here, but it's like when you look at a map of the of Zoras, which I believe I have here on in the Google Doc or in the Drive folder for um under concept art places. Oh yeah. So I think this is like the more recent version of it, although But this may be a better one. There's not really a good map that we put together. But yeah, so like look at this distance between freaking like Adustia right here and then Salvatierra.
Let me see.
That's a staggering distance.
Oh wow.
And even here, this is a bit of a smaller map. Like a like a like even more even more condensed than the other one. And like even like for some reason Adustia is on the other side of support. I don't know why. I don't know why these two places are flip-flopped like that. But even then, like the amount of travel that would need to happen is staggering.
Yeah.
Like there is no way that freaking Kirby survived that trick without some Deus Ex Machina intervention.
Let's see.
But so in a very roundabout way, yeah, Kirby was literally raised by animals. Literally
Yeah.
raised by wolves moment. Except they're tigers.
He does not do quadrobics every day.
He's not quadropics, no.
Let's see.
That video is such a wild video.
Yeah, it is.
It's genuinely wild.
uh I've had to go back and and look at it again to remember what they were saying at the end, describing everything with the
Yeah.
alter human and the other kin that
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, those are terms.
Yeah.
Those are words that people have
those are
made."
words that people have used to describe things.
Yep. Anyway, so Candace is inside the laboratory. What in the bloody world happened to this place? He mused, looking around for some sort of clue. Then he spotted a bottle of dark liquid in the far corner of the. Hmm, he said. What's this we have here? He walked to it and picked the bottle up, looking at it. He noticed that the bottle had what looked to be faces of people inside. He dropped the bottle, startled, and it made a soft thud against the dirt floor. That's really nice. What is the bottle made of? Hopefully not glass.
Apparently the dirt is soft enough in this underground laboratory to not shatter glass if it is made of glass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
The bottle had.
I'm realizing now, like reading back through this, because this is because I'm L for those who are curious.
He's light.
I'm I'm L. I'm light. Um, I'm light Yagami. Um, um, but I'm noticing there's this there's this like weird like dark sort of feeling here. There's like this weird darkness then, and I like
Oh, gets.
I appreciate the fact that we just straight up like forgot about the freaking the freaking BDS, and there's just like also these weird evil like arcane things in just Kirby's random lab, because like his underground laboratory, because he dabbles in dark magic, and so of course he has weird evil things in his laboratory.
That's incredibly suspicious.
Yeah, it but but like yeah, I don't know. It has like a weird sort of voodoo vibe to it. Freaking Kirby's stuff. Um
Like, dude, it gets man, it gets darker later in the
yeah.
paragraph. Dude, that's like
It's like what the frick was 14-year-old me on writing this stuff? What was I just like this edgy when I was 14?
yeah, it's pretty dark, man.
It's like whack. Like a lot of my paragraphs, like a lot of my entries on the story, like on the OG story, like got like really weirdly dark. I don't know why.
Let's see. The bottle had a dark aura about it, as if it were pure evil itself. There were muffled screams coming from the bottle, like someone was shouting for help. Only it wasn't for help.
Only it
The
wasn't for
voices begged.
help.
The voices begged to be ripped apart, flesh and gnaw bone, for new meat to consume, and some even desired to do unspeakable things to living people.
Like, bro,
Dude, what is
what was
Kirby doing?
Yeah, what was Kirby doing, and two, what the frick was 14-year-old me on?
I have no idea.
Oh man.
Dude, you had all the Capri
Like
Sun, all the Kool-Aid. It was
I had all the this was like some freaking Blossom. Blossom.
yeah,
Bruh. Like I think
the author's barely disguised.
in this episode, the authors, the writers, thinly disguised fetish. Um,
My
but
gosh.
I think what was going on was I was in super this kid's cylinder stuck in the bottle.
Oh my gosh. Dude, no.
Oh man, that's freaking funny.
They're screaming like it's just a cylinder.
It's just a cylinder. It's just a cylinder.
I don't know why you'd be
But
doing that. It's just a cylinder.
I don't know why I was doing this. It's just a cylinder. Um, but I think what was going on was I was like really into creepypasta when I was 14, so maybe that was like kind of leaking through in here.
Perhaps.
Like freaking like the super edgy creepypastas like Jeff and Slenderman and freaking Eyeless Jack and whatever. Like jeez.
Wow.
There were some wild times apparently going on.
Yeah, there were.
I
Oh
don't
my goodness.
also I don't know who the frick Vicus is later on. But I think Vicus was the name we came up with for the guy in Rome. Like the guy who gets introduced, who like introduces himself way back up in frick, what was it? like the very beginning after they're rescued from like frog people.
Well, that's early story. That's early.
Yeah, it's like way up up the beginning. Um, yeah, somewhere in this enormous freaking block of text. Um, yeah, yeah, no, there's yeah, no, I'm I'm guessing that that was the name of the guy who like yeah, I don't know. That I don't know who the frick Vicus is. Vicus doesn't appear at all in the edited version. He is renamed Santosh Gazdar.
Santosh.
Santosh.
All right.
Oh geez. Where are we at here? Oh, here we are.
We're at Canderous looked at it in shock. Never had he heard a bottle of faces say something like that. Has he heard other bottles of faces?
Yeah. Has he heard like other bottles of faces say other things that aren't like, oh, we want to eat people,
Screaming and like begging
screaming
and like
torture and hellish pain,
weeping and gnashing of teeth. Like what? Oh my!
like
Or anything at all. That's what...
take my bottle of faces. It's much nicer.
You keep him in the basement. You feed him with orange juice and Oreos. It's, a single Fruit Loop.
Yeah, a single. No, a single half a Fruit Loop.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're on rationing, so it's half a Fruit Loop.
Exactly.
It was clear that whatever this was, the made such a thing had no good plans for this world.
Yeah, I made you a mod like a like no, Blossom, don't make me take away your mod privileges.
Oh, is she getting a little excited with the ban hammer?
Hey, Church, you want to ban? No, no, we don't ban Church here.
You want
Church
to break
is
from the
fine.
bans?
He literally just renewed his subscription the other day. Oh boy. Yeah.
And the thing is,
yeah. You. I made you a mod like several months ago, like last year, Blossom.
dang, wow. Anyway, I'm wondering like why the sentence even needs to be said that
Yeah.
that the person who made it doesn't have good plans. When described in the last paragraph, it was described as if it were pure evil itself.
Yeah.
Like the embodiment of evil.
We're
Like
pure evil itself.
I would imagine that nothing good can come of this.
Yeah.
Or
Nothing good has come of this.
so I'm glad that it was clarified that the person who made it doesn't have good plans.
Yeah,
For it,
like
'cause I wasn't able to figure that out myself.
yeah, exactly. Like we need we need I apparently needed to make sure everyone knew this was an evil thing.
Mm-hmm. He snatched it up and ran back through the portal and out of Kirby's hut. It was so terrifying. He picked it back up and ran.
Yeah, exactly.
He dashed for the Unigriff.
Okay, yeah, wait. He
came in the hammer.
Yeah, he came in the hammerhead, not the freaking Unigriff. What the frick?
Well.
Oh jeez.
Anyway. pushing male and female tigers out of his way in his hurry. I have to tell Vicus, he thought, boarding the ship and running to the bridge. To New Rome, he shouted.
Okay. Might I remind you, Rome existed. Rome existed like in the early story. There is no need for a new Rome when the current Rome is here.
That's true. That's a very good, interesting point.
There's no need for a new Rome.
Yeah.
and then we return to like freaking we return to Isaac and Photon, who might I remind you. Let me just go back up here and remind you. Like they were following a second set of coordinates, and Canderous was going to beat them to Silvaterra. Why are they in the desert? Why are they over in Adustia? What? like why are they in the desert? When they were headed to the jungle.
I straight up just don't understand.
It's so funny. So dumb.
All right, the last 2 pages, people. We're at the last 2 pages.
We're at the last 2 pages. Buckle in.
Meanwhile, Isaac and Photon were wandering through a desert where their escape pod had landed. Photon looked rather comfortable with his robotic appendages at this point. However, the charred edges of his skin made him woozy to think about.
Like I'm sorry. How like did they just like bolt on the freaking like cyborg implants, or like Mechanicus style from 40K? Like what? They didn't bother to like clean the wounds or anything, get rid of like dead skin. No
skin grafts, just
straight up bolted on. Real metal
A real
AF.
man doesn't need skin graft.
Again, he was the Photon was gonna be Photon, the person who was like slated to be like killed, was given surgery to give him some new limbs that he wouldn't have needed because he was gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
So I think we're past the point of like freaking logic here.
Oh no, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Isaac kept his bow at the ready to strike any foe they came across. Photon looked over at Isaac.
Aren't you hot in that cloak?
Yeah. He asked. Isaac shook his head. Not in the slightest. It's actually quite cool in here. Photon nodded.
I see.
He looked back ahead, and then started to feel dizzy.
Oh no.
He drawled, passing out. This is the
sixth time he's like blacked out.
Oh my goodness, dude. Isaac noticed Photon falling and caught him. Bugger, he thought. He's gotten heat stroke. Isaac pulled him to the nearest cave, hoping that the damp
I,
environment would help. A damp
I like.
environment in the desert would help cool off the cyborg's core, and then fell
Man.
asleep.
It's
So he was
done.
straight up given like a core when he's about to blow up, when they were
Oh
about to
my
kill him.
gosh,
Dude, they
bruh.
gave him all the drip, and then we're just gonna like that might be a Chad move. Maybe they're just like,
Uh,
nah, we're gonna make a statement. I'm gonna make you better, and then destroy you. Oh my gosh, dude. When Isaac awoke, he found it to be nighttime. The stars twinkled in the sky, but something about them made him feel off, as if something were watching him. That's when he noticed a skeleton, as black as coal, with greenish yellow drool coming from its mouth and glowing red eyes.
okay. It's a skeleton. It wouldn't have drool.
That's correct. So, yeah, it carried a scimitar made of stone. It seemed to be making rounds about the desert. Isaac saw the well nearby made of sandstone that had been chiseled to have faces of strange creatures on it. Interesting, he muttered, sneaking up close to the skeleton. With one quick move, he snapped the neck and pulled the skull clean off. He looked back to make sure Photon was still asleep, and then headed off towards the well, hoping to find some water for himself and his cybernetic companion. As he came up closer to the well, he saw that it was flanked by two skeletons, like he had seen before. One of them looked straight at him, but didn't attack him. Instead, it spoke to him, saying, "Hello, servant of Legion. We welcome you back to the temple." Hold on.
Yeah,
So they were friendly. He just straight up walked over, murked it. Goes and sees two more like him, and he's like, the other two are just, "Hi, hello."
yeah.
Was the
It's like
skeleton even aggro, or did
yeah.
Isaac just kill him for no reason?
I don't even know. Also, stealth. I unbanned you.
I'm unbanned. Okay, sick.
You're unbanned. You may have to refollow though.
Well, let me refresh the page.
You may have to refollow.
Oh, no, I'm good. I don't have to.
Oh no. Okay.
So okay, I could still see the. Yeah, no, I couldn't even see Blossom's chat after saying it was done because I was like, oh, I
It's
just.
done. It's just straight up banned. Oh boy.
Oh, all my. Oh. All right.
Oh, did all your points get taken away too?
Oh no, I have all my points.
Oh,
I
okay.
just but none of my chats in the chat anymore. None
Oh,
of what I put in there anymore.
oh
So
boy.
yeah, so Isaac just murked a skeleton
Yeah,
because
I think what the implication was he was holding the head of this like he was holding the skull of this like skeleton, and they're like, he's holding a skull, he must be like part of us or whatever. Freaking no, dude.
incredibly convenient.
Like it's like what.
Uh, uh, okay.
It's so freaking wild. And then we cut back to the rest of the party,
Newcastle.
just hanging out in Snow Castle, just chilling in Snow Castle,
All right.
if you will,
Yep.
just
Yep.
chilling.
The rest of the group were being treated to a rather luxurious stay in the kingdom of Snowcastle. Oceanus was discussing with Hobbs do about being in the past of someone else, while Oceana talked with Kirby about the Atlantean army.
Yeah,
Oce-
just casual conversation about the Atlantean army, which got absolutely creamed
yeah, I think
by some freaking like big big odd airship submarine.
with what plasma cannons
like
and
plasma
other
cannons
stuff.
and everything.
Yep. I'm even
just
wondering, why did they go into the past?
I don't know.
Kirby's like, oh, I went here, so I guess we just go in.
And guess we're here now.
That's really interesting. All right. Oceanus sighed. What are we gonna do? He asked his furry friend.
His
We
furry
can't
friend.
just... Yes. Do you do quadrobics, Hobbs?
Do you do quadrobics?
It really loosens up the joints.
Oh boy.
We can't
It's
just
okay
muck
to
ar-
have a friend that is a furry. I have many friends who are furries.
We can't just muck around with the past. We might screw up the present, or worse, we could erase Isaac from history entirely. Again, why did they go through here?
Yeah, I again, I don't know.
Wait, so hold on. Let me get to this next paragraph, and then we're gonna have to talk.
Yeah.
Hobbs nodded. I'm aware, friend. I'm not sure how'd we get out of here without making something. That's what I've heard from time travelers, at least, he said, shrugging. Most of them were talking tall, though, and never went through time like we have. So, time travel exists outside of whatever MacGuffin Kirby's using.
Yeah. I think the implication is that like all these supposed time travels like time blah, 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 blah. I can freaking talk apparently.
They're lying about it.
Like yeah, they're like talking of tall tales, and they're like, oh yeah, I traveled through time. Look at this thing I found from the past.
Look at this photograph. It was from 300 years ago.
Yeah, right.
Look, it's me right there.
But like it's not actually them traveling through time.
Mm-hmm.
They're just making, they're just BSing
Like
hard.
If he's assuming that they're lying, like why would he take that advice? Like why would he make that the assumption that time travelers
Exactly.
that were lying are saying, you know? Just
I don't know.
it's also never mind.
I also enjoy the fact that now we get back to the fact that oh yeah, by the way, we're supposed to be stopping the Brotherhood of Dark Sorcerers.
That was a thing that was brought up before.
Yeah.
Last page.
Yeah, we're here.
Ladies and gents, we are here.
We're on the last page.
All right.
Also yeah, Tigraria slash Taylor is also brought up again. Because apparently she was supposed to go with them or something. Also she just like wakes up in a cave somewhere. What? It's so wild. It's incredibly wild freaking.
Like that's weird. Didn't she just like she because she left Canderous just alone?
Yeah.
And okay. Okay then. Oceanus nodded. I see, he muttered. Well, we can't stop the Brotherhood if we're stuck in this place either. Hobbs frowned. Yeah, there's that too. Do you think they might have tampered with the Chaos Gem to keep us from getting to where Kirby wanted to take us?
What
is the Chaos
what
Gem?
is the Chaos Gem? I don't know what the Chaos Gem is.
Chaos control.
Chaos control. Chaos. The Chaos Emeralds.
Oh my
Like,
gosh, dude.
what the frick is the Chaos Gem? That was never brought up in any sort of previous like discussion.
Man, I have no idea. Oceanus shrugged. It's
Ugh.
entirely possible. Oceanus then noticed that Tigraria, or Tali, wasn't with them. Um, what do you mean? Of course she wasn't with them.
Yeah, exactly. She wasn't with them to begin with.
They knew. Wait,
Like
they got
yeah,
on the raft.
yeah. She just straight up wasn't with them. And I think this was me like trying to force like some weird relationship that Hobbs had with his like mate or whatever. I don't freaking know, dude. It was so
Okay.
it was I don't know what the frick. We were just throwing like whatever the frick uh we wanted like in this last part.
Yeah.
It was like
Um.
it was like
Yeah.
it was like last days of Sparta sort of stuff.
Okay.
just throw in whatever the frick we wanted.
Hobbs? He asked. Hobbs looked over at him. Hmm? Where's Tigraria? Or Tali? I,
Or
I know we
Taylor,
saw her from the shore. Tali.
like your wife who we like left on the shore, who was apparently supposed to come with us.
Hobbs jumped up from his chair, startling Ocean and Kirby. She was not with us? It's like, dude, she waved at you from the shore. What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
dude, she just straight up wasn't there. What are you talking about? She just straight
He.
up wasn't here.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Uh,
Tigraria woke up in a cave, cold and dark. She looked around blearily, trying to get her.
yeah. How did she get here? Like what? Like how did she get over here into this cave? Like
I don't.
like what?
I don't know. Ah, she
It was
said,
so
feeling
weird.
dizzy. Feeling dizzy as she sat up. Where are we? We?
Yeah,
What do you
exactly.
mean we?
She asked
She
the
asked
non-present group. She didn't get a reply.
Hobbs. She asked. She asked again.
Oh man, it's so good. It's comedy gold. Where are we? She asked the non-present group. She didn't get a reply.
Well, like, yeah.
Oh man, it's so freaking stupid.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Hobbs? She asked again, turning to look behind her. Her nose met with a bone skeleton sitting against the cave wall, and she screamed, jumping back and running to the mouth of the cave, kicking something in the head. What?
Ow!
Ow! Said the thing she kicked.
Watch
Watch
where
where you're
you're
going!
going.
Tigraria was pretty shaken up after her encounter with the skeleton, and hissed at whatever was talking to her. Then don't get in my way, she hissed. Then she saw the green jacket and gasped, Photon, is that you? Even though Photon shouldn't be here at all.
No. He was in the cave. Like Isaac left him in the cave to go looking for water, and somehow
Wait,
Tigrarian
got to the
Taylor.
desert?
Yeah. Somehow she just got there. I don't know what the frick. And then Thanos snapped twice, and everyone died at the end.
And that's the story.
And that is the OG story. Any
Thanos
questions,
killed
anyone?
everyone. Yeah,
Any
he killed everyone.
questions?
So
Uh, oh man.
that was a trip and a half.
Yeah. So, any questions? Um, well, we will now. I'll now be answering any questions you guys have, of
Comments,
which I'm
questions,
sure you
concerns.
have many. Exactly, plus what the frick just happened? It's such a freaking whirlwind of a freaking. Man.
Dude, it's a trip of someone who's taken Dayquil and Nyquil at the same time.
Just straight up, like freaking. Oh jeez.
That's a good question, Blossom. We read it together, and I still don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah, like what the frick?
Like some of it, we just had to go. Well, we know that's an issue, and there's not really an answer to it, so I guess we just got to continue.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what the frick actually happened?
That is a story.
Yeah. Um. So, so yeah. Um. Yeah. So this was the OG story. It is bad. Do not read this. It will give you cancer.
Yeah.
It is the mimetic hazard. Like is a mnemonic. It's a mnemonic like hazard to read this freaking story.
Dude, I need some
True, I
bone
got
marrow
cancer.
transplants after that. Yeah.
Yeah, pure homegrown organic cringe. Um,
Just like mom used to make.
just oh man. Okay. Um, so yeah. Um, I it,
Oof.
um, do you think we should start on the edited version of the story this time, or should we wait until next time to
I think wait until next time, because dude,
okay.
I am yawning, and I think it's because I did not get enough sleep last night. I don't want to go into the edited story like yawning. So I want
I
to give my
mean,
full attention to it.
geez, I will I will say it is it's a lot better than the than whatever the frick this this other story was.
Nice.
It is, and
Oh, oh,
and like there is oh, you have someone to raid. Oh yeah.
I wonder. I think who could it be? I don't know. I have the feeling I know the answer. Yeah.
Man.
Yep. Yep.
Uh-huh. I'm sure.
He's a very neat streamer. I
Very
think that's a wonderful
very
suggestion.
neat streamer. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hmm. Very cozy, very relaxed.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I think we um
It'll take a couple days for this to go into remission.
yeah. Um yeah, it's it, it's really bad. Man, man, it just freaking sucks. Um yeah. Um, it is probably the least lovely thing I've ever had to read, or or like, man, it's just freaking bad, dude. It's freaking hot trash. So freaking bad. Oh,
My goodness.
but yeah, I think that's where we will leave we'll leave this this record off. Um again, thank you, Stealth, for suffering through this
Of
with me.
course. Yes, yes.
I
It's
I'm
2 hours
not,
and 30 minutes. Not bad. That's not
yeah,
not a bad time.
that it, it is that's better than the five than the like 4 hours we spent on the first episode.
I
Responsible
honestly,
speed run. I mean, we got through the majority of the OG story the last time, so
so I would say
um,
I actually think we might have spent more time on on the smaller amount
hmm,
than we did
yeah,
last time.
hmm.
So
and
yeah,
and we were also like sort of we also got on a few tangents last time, so um,
it's true.
uh, but man, the 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 edited version of the story we we will do that next record, um
Yippee.
because but man, I don't know, man. I think like I know we needed to get through this so it could so I could show you what it became. But man, it's man, I I literally despise the freaking OG story with every freaking fiber of my being. It's so like horrible. Like, man, it's just so bad. And like, yeah, I know it's supposed to, like, I know it was the first foray into the story, but holy frick, it's bad. Uh
We grow
hopefully
and we learn.
hopefully we will never have to return to the OG story, that accursed place, ever again.
Indeed.
Um but yeah. We we could also, I don't know, um if we want to cover the World of Zorus document at all, because
It's
that
pretty work in progress. So
it is
it's
it is really work in progress. Although I think showing it would be good to see, um the 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 like that document, um because it does provide some good good context for some of the things, because really and I'm just now realizing, holy crap, the North and South Shendoa, um freaking uh entry in it is so long.
Mm.
Because that one was actually, I actually expanded the the North and South Shenandoah through like their things. Um like North and South Shenandoah and the Duene are probably even more documented than a lot of the other things. Um like the Duene and the Tigris are probably the most they're probably the most like fleshed out. The Lupians, the Avalites, and the Ursave and the Haranom are not really that fleshed out yet, but I'm hoping um um I'm hoping that with your that with your assistance we can grow something out of this.
Yeah.
Um but yes. So I think that is where we will close out for today. Um,
Indeed.
yeah. Um, right. So, yeah. Again, again, thank you, Tank, for suffering with me, because I'm pretty sure I would have just straight up stopped doing this if it were just me doing like reading through the OG story. I, I'm pretty sure I would have just stopped halfway through and said, "Nope, I'm not doing this anymore. This is going in the trash."
Yeah.
But yeah, I thank you to those who did come to watch us uh get uh mimetic hazard and lose our minds with with the the second portion of the OG story. um but yeah, so thank you to those who did come. Um,
Indeed. Thank
it
you
was
very
it,
much.
it was it was it was next time I think we'll start with the edited story, which is far better and less less brain damaging.
Yeah.
um but yeah, um so yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll find someone to raid. Uh, we'll I'll just I'll uh I'll leave that out of the video who we're raiding. Um, oh, I was gonna raid someone, but she ended her stream early, I think. But yeah, we will we'll see you all next time for um for the edited story. Oh, this is it's gonna be far less rough, promise.
Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, again, thank you, Stealth, for joining me on this journey in order to make something of from these like uh or to make something from whatever the frick this mangled um this mangled story is. Um,
Hmm.
But yeah, with that, I think we'll go ahead and close out here. Okay, so thank you to those who did tune in today. It was great having you guys. Um, uh, I will hopefully see you all on Monday. Uh, but we'll see how that all turns out. But yeah, we'll we'll raid someone here. But I hope you all have a wonderful uh rest of your evening, afternoon, whichever it is for you. Have a good time zone. Um, I will see guys next time. Me, Prince Oceanus, peace, love, and tridents.